at you, munching away. Hi everyone. G'day Video Master, how you going? Kiara, this is the question feed up. You can keep eating. This is the questions up here, so people will be logging in. I've got a shoot with Kiara today. We're going to be doing a studio shoot. She's munching on a whole stack of chips. But we're soon going to, after this, basically go through the studio shoot that we're going to do a few things today that I'll talk about in a minute. I'm just waiting on a few people to actually start to pop in. So obviously you can say hi to Kiara too. I thought I'd take the advantage of putting her on a live chat as well. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask Kiara, I'm only going to answer some appropriate ones though. So just make sure that they are appropriate guys. And if you'd like to know anything about what she thinks about modelling or anything else as well. So yeah, Tony's saying chomp chomp. What are you eating anyway? You're eating Red Rock Deli. It's sweet chili and sour cream is happening at the moment. So we've got V for Valleys in here. Rudy, North American Adventures is here. Hi, Rudy. Lance. Hi, all. Saying, and Kiara, chips. Yep, she's eating chips here. David is also here. Hi, David and Kiara. Dennis said, hi, Kiara. Mick said, hi, Kiara. Altric said, g'day, mate. The Panda Photographer said, hello, David and Kiara. So we've got a few now popping in. Yeah, so just to let you know, we're basically going to be going through a studio shoot. I haven't done a studio shoot for a while, so I thought I'd grab Kiara in and we'll do one together. And then I can also film it, and I'll obviously put that up as well with all you guys too. How tall are you, Kiara? Do you know? Sure, she's taller than me.
Not a clue.
She hasn't got any idea. That's funny. I think she'd probably be around 5'8"-ish, 5'8". I don't know. It's hard to tell. I am Brown said, Kiara, if you make it big, it's because of David's followers. Rudy said, I did like the new Sony a7 III, brought it back and got the Canon 5D Mark III. I couldn't get it to focus on any birds, and that's what I wanted to use it for. Yeah, you're probably better off with the A9 if that was the case. Michael said, hello from Washington. Panda Photographer said, hi, just stopped by fast walking to Vancouver. Dennis said, hello from Texas. Math said, hello, David, from Toronto, Canada. We've got stacks now actually popping in. What I thought we'd do, though, is I'm going to go through the shoot with Kiara. Lance just said, smash it like a button, a bag of chips. Smash that like button now like a bag of chips. Okay, yeah. Hey, Kay, those things are fattening. Well, I've told her. I said, you eat it today, you wear it tomorrow.
I said to him, I shouldn't be eating this. And then he goes, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Always totally inappropriate. That's why I said, eat it today, you wear it tomorrow. She raided the pantry out there. I had the pantry locked because I know what Kiara's like, and I had it locked, but she worked out the code to the padlock. Christopher said, still waiting for his a7 III. Rick said, all is well in Brooklyn. It focuses on birds well, the Sigma 150 to 600. I use my A9 for stuff like that and it's amazing, but I would have thought the a7 III would still be okay. But what we're going to do, otherwise we're going to be here all day, is I'm going to go through this shoot with you quickly with Kiara, and we're going to see if we can select some images that we like that I can retouch as we go on, because I'm still going to post quite a few images from this session. So I'll skip the first bit because I've already done that, and then we're going to look at the one from outside and also some others from inside that we can look at, and there's also some forest ones that we can all have a look at too. So if you do have any questions at all for Kiara, please put them in and we'll endeavour to answer them when we come back. She can't fit in because it's all those chips that she's been eating. As long as I don't see your shoes, Kiara. She's got moccasins on. I love it. Yeah, she's got moccasins on. Oh dear. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at these images. Now let me just scroll over because I want to get to where we're going to start from, because I've already posted one online, And now we're going to have a look at the ones outside, because we'll have a look at that and I'll sort of tell you about how we did it and what we actually went through. Lance said, Kiara has such a great personality, don't change. Hey David, loving my a7 III, and no wonder, it's fantastic. I'm having a great time with it as well. So to explain this part, you're still going to see this video coming up very soon. But basically this was the shot that I was just getting ambient exposures on there. So we're just going to scroll through them, and I'm going to just really ask Kiara if she likes the look of the image, and then we'll get her opinion about them, and we'll probably differ on some opinions as well. And this is one thing that I always tell the models when we have discussions, that often you have to look at it from another perspective, because someone else will see something different than what you would look at it. Girls particularly are their worst critic. And sometimes they won't like an image, but I'll know from experience if an image is going to work a lot. But I do like to try and work with the girls for the ones that they sort of pick as their favourites. So we're just going to scroll through, and if you see something you like, just say, oh yeah, I like that one. All right, you may not like any. We'll just have to see how we go coming across. You can see too here that basically the sun, just to explain what was going on here, I'm going to open up this desk scribble. Don't remind me. The sun actually this was natural light. So I was actually exposing off natural light. So the sun was in this angle and the natural light's coming across on this angle. So that's how basically it was exposing in this case. Now I'm using the a7 III and I'm using the Batis 85 for some of these shots, and I also use the 35 as well. Now I'm going to talk to you about too some of the interesting things, because one of the images that particularly Kiara and myself loved, I knew she'd like it straight away, and I'll show you what I actually had to do. It's quite interesting. So I'll sort of mention it when we went along, was, I see I like that too. Do you like that image? Now I've flagged these, which is interesting. It'll be interesting to see if she does like the ones that I've flagged. So she does like that already, so I don't have to put anything onto this image coming through. Now there, she probably doesn't like that, but I asked her to point her face up towards the sun, and I actually quite like that. But I love the fall off of the shadow on her face, which I think is really pretty. That's another one. She quite likes that one, so I've already put a thing on that one. There she's getting contact. Now the cropping on this can change. It sort of will change later on. But there's one particularly that I want to discuss with you. See, I quite like that too.
Yeah,
but
I like that one.
Yeah, you like that one? So I'm going to put a flag on that one just so I know that I can edit that later on. I've also put a flag on that one.
Yeah, that one's nice.
Yeah, she likes that one. I'm going to put these into the video, so that's why I've put flags on these, which is going to be interesting as well. This one there too, I really like Kiara's face there, the way she's got that contact with the image. You know,
yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah.
There, her face is just too much. I mean, that was just basically a quick pose. Some of these ones too, I really like them when the face is, the hair comes across the face like that. I really do actually like it. And that's one I've used, and I'll show you in a minute. When we get through some of these images. Again, I was just experimenting here, and she's looking away towards the sun just to see what we could get. Then she's brought her face back around a little bit. That's quite nice too. I don't mind the look on the face there as well. That one I quite liked as well. She's looking a little bit away from the camera, but I do like that often. And again, these are all very similar, but I would nut these down to sort of choose which one, you know, I would want to edit. And again, these are all natural light, so these haven't had flash put into them yet, and I'll show you the flash ones shortly. We can have a look. Again, I like that one. The head is tilted really quite nice. I like the way the hands cross one another like that as well. Now here the flash has been added in, so you can see it's a little bit brighter. Again, if you look at that one where there's no flash fired, here the flash is fired, and you can see that it is just a little bit lighter in the face, and I'm getting her to walk towards me, towards the camera. I love that one. Yeah, Kiara likes that one too, and I love that one. See, straight away we both like the same image. I have flagged that one as an image that I actually liked. I like the leg position, I like the arms, the way she's naturally walking, and also just brushing the hair back I think is really nice as well. There's stacks of questions coming through, and I'll come back to the questions in a minute, guys, because I'm only going to go through this section anyway, otherwise we'll be here for 5 hours and I want to get to the shoot. Again, she's just walking. That one I really like as well. It's natural, the light fall off on her face is beautiful there. She's facing towards that light. I'm not. No, I don't. I don't like that one. Don't like that one either. Yeah, that one too. You're going, what? That's probably when I'm steering you a little bit.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, that's quite pretty too. That's got lovely fall off with the light on there as well. Which, if we look at that up nice and close, it's got a nice catch light there from the flash that's gone off. So I've got that down as a pick as well. Remember, these two are unedited, guys, so don't base this on edited images. These are unedited, and I'll show you the only one that I have edited and the reason why I chose to do what I did when we're going through.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like that one as well. I have edited that. I'm going to put a 2 on that just because you really like that one. And like I said, I do like to work with the girls to make sure they really like them, so I've flagged that but put a 2 as well on it so that I know that she really likes it. So I like that one too.
That was not bad.
Which one do you prefer, that one or that one?
I should have broken my glasses. I like them both.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I may put a 2 on that one as well because she likes both of those.
Just so light.
Um,
That one's nice.
yeah, that's nice as well. I've put a flag on that one, so that one's marked. Yeah. See, that's quite nice too. Do you like that one? Okay. Yeah. Now, this one has had more flash brought in. Now, these ones back here, just to let you know as well, this was 35mm. So these have been shot with a 35mm, so they're wider. And then I've switched to the Batis. So you can see there immediately that the compression has completely changed. The background now is out of focus as compared to that one. It gives a completely different look. Do you like that image? Yeah, I like that one too. And again, that's another one that I actually like and I've marked, but Kiara particularly liked this one. Now, I like this as well, and I chose this without Kiara even choosing which image to actually pick. But there's one issue with this one that I didn't like, and I adore the face and I adore the hair, the way that it's coming across the area there. But the issue for me is that I don't like is the way the arm looks like it's amputated. And that was one thing that I didn't like about that image, this area. And that was, well, really the reason why this went, I just asked Kiara to move around and she did keep moving. And this was just a spur of the moment wind gust came. Her hand was basically on the other side of her body, but I adored the way the hair was coming across her face here. So I decided that I wanted to use that no matter what. So I had to cheat in this situation. And what I did was I used 2 images put together. So I decided to try and find an image where the arm and her body was in a similar position. And that's what I've done. I've used the most of her body from this, and I've grabbed the arm of this one. And that has given me the ability to get that, which you can see that I really adore, and I love that look of that whole processing. Yeah, and I love the muted colours on this and everything else. So that's probably my favourite photo of that series. But I did have to cheat. And like I always say to you guys, I'm always honest with what I do. Again, I captured this with 2 photos that were done next to each other, so they were consecutive photos. I just had to swap her arm to get rid of that amputation. Yeah, and the interesting thing was when I posted that on Instagram, now Kiara's Instagram too, I've put in the feed down below, guys. So if you do want to follow her on Instagram, please use that link and you can follow her on Instagram. She'd love to have the likes. And so that in that case, I shot that, and Kiara said, can you send me the original of that? And I said, well, I can't because she had an amputated arm, and that's why now you've seen what it was like and she understands what I was talking about. But I did send her that one, obviously, that I'd edited there as well. So we'll keep going through and we'll see others that we may like. I mean, I quite like some of these too, even though the hair looks quite messy across her face, I still quite like them and I like the look of it. And this is where she's, again, the sun was coming out. I was sort of battling different lighting scenarios here. See, I like that too. Yeah, I've put a flag on that.
We're agreeing with everything.
Yeah, we are. Actually, we're picking everything basically that we like together.
That was nice too.
Yeah, I agree. That's a nice one too. So I have picked ones that, even that one I like as well. I think they're flags that I've already chosen. You can see Kiara here is having a bit of fun. Typical Kiara. Oh, I love it. That's quite funny.
I look like a rat.
A rat, you reckon?
Yeah. Because the ear popping through the hair.
Oh, that's quite funny. Again, she's just playing around with the hair here. Sometimes these work and sometimes they don't, but you've just got to keep moving and trying different things until you get something that you actually like. So I like your face in that one too. See, that's beautiful. I don't know whether you like that look or not.
Oh,
But
yeah, no, I like that.
I like that one too. Again, they're very, very similar, but I like both of those. That's walking away, which is quite nice too. I'm having trouble actually eliminating images, but I'll use quite a few of these coming through. These are going through the other sections now that I'll go through when we do another video a little bit later down the track. But I'm just going to open up the questions just to ask if you want anything. Don't forget that tomorrow we're going to have the live in the morning. So we'll be having the live tomorrow morning, my time, Melbourne time, which is around 9:30, which will be probably around about 6 o'clock or whatever, New York time, I think it is, or something like that. So we'll have that tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for that. But if you've got any questions for myself or Kiara, just fire away, guys, because we'll be heading out shortly. So this is a chance if you'd like to ask Kiara anything. Ben said, you said his A7 is coming later this week. Hey, David and Kiara, just curious how you both met. Well, Kiara's doing a modelling group that I work on now. Her mother's paid for that shoot. Now, I do a few shoots with her over the year. And because sometimes it's good for me to work with models that I like to basically promote things like, for instance, when the a7 III came out, rather than having to find a model in a group, and I didn't want to have someone pay for that because that camera was new, I asked Kiara if she'd like to be involved in some of the shoots with me, and we've just done a few shoots ever since, and it's just been great because it's easy for me to work with Kiara. You've seen in the videos, like the behind the scenes, how much fun we have together. So we are having a really good time, and at the moment, we're just working together while we can. Kiara has every Thursday basically off school, so she's working with me on that Thursday to do some modelling shoots and things like that. And we also do some night stuff as well. So we have been together in a number of shoots now. And like I said, she is involved also in a modelling group that I do with a whole stack of other girls. So that's how we met. My a7 III, Ben said my a7 III comes next week. The 85 1.8 is on the shelf waiting patiently. You won't be long now, mate. Ben said, you will love the combo. Oh, that's talking about the camera. Peter's saying hello from California. Michael said, Kiara, you're a natural. That's very nice. Thank you, Michael. I'm sure she appreciates that. Don't forget to subscribe to her on Instagram, guys. Scott said, hello from Nashville. I get my a7 III and the 55 tomorrow. You're going to love that combo. That 55 is unbelievable. All the videos that I've been shooting of Kiara have been with that 55 and the a7 III, and it's working fantastic. Panda photographer's leaving. That's okay. Scott said, he's just talking to someone else. Chris said, nice shot. Thanks, Chris. Not sure which one that was, but... Ricky said, David, if you can only pick between the 85mm Zeiss or the 55 Zeiss, which would you choose? I'd choose the 85 as an all-around lens, Ricky, but the 55 is definitely, I think, the best lens for video. I adore that lens, and it's so good on a gimbal. The 85 is too big. Lance said, I like that #1, David Osler. Ben said, anyone have the Batis 18? No, I'd like to try it, Ben. I'd love to actually give that lens a go. Ricky said, my a7 III comes next week. Need to make a choice fast. Tom said, hi, David. Please give us a thumbs up too, guys, if you can. There's nearly 50 watching now, so I'd love it if you could give us a thumbs up. Where are we? Scott said, oh no, he's just talking to someone else. If you shoot portraits, I'd do the 85. I went with the 55 for the classic street, and it's a great street lens, that's for sure. Lance said, David and Kiara, the image with the 85 were great, even the silly ones. Kiara's always silly. I have trouble controlling her.
True. Very true.
Vinroth said, when you're going to get the Tamron 28? I'm not sure. I'm going to wait for reviews of that lens before I do it. Ben's here. Ben's on there. Ben said, will you two please disagree on a photo? I know, she chose everything I liked. It's quite funny, Ben. Ben worked with Kiara and myself when we did the Melbourne shoot. He had a lot of fun. They did this fantastic lightsaber fight at the end. Watch that video, Kiara in Melbourne, and you'll see the lightsaber shoot at the end. Michael said, you both do such a fantastic job. Thank you, Michael. Christopher said, the photo of Kiara where you adjusted her arm, what kind of kick did you give that photo had a great look. And no, it was all done in Photoshop, Christopher, so there was a fair bit of work done on that. And like I said, I also had to add arms in and things like that, so it was quite a bit of extensive work. But I just adored Kiara's face and hair in that photo, so I didn't want to lose it, and I wasn't going to post that at all. Thanks so much, Lance, for that donation. Thank you so much. What else? I'll make sure Kiara gets that, Lance. So I'll pass that $5 on to Kiara when I get it. Elliot said, Peter said, yes, I like the close-ups with the 85 the most. Elliot said, hey, David, my Zeiss 35 1.4 is not as sharp as my 55. No, I found it sharp. Look, the 55 is incredibly sharp, Elliot, but don't get too ed up on sharpness. Honestly, the thing I can say to you is it's more about the image. Do not worry so much about if that image is micro sharp. Ignore that completely and worry about what the image looks like. You'll get by far excellent images with a 35 1.4, and I've been so happy with them. Barry's watching. Ray said, hello, David and Miss Kiara. Oh, that's very nice. So Kiara, just to let you know a little bit about her while she's on here, she is still going to high school. She's also a really good dancer as well. That's why I've used her for some dancing images as well. She dances 4 nights a week, so she actually is quite an accomplished dancer. She's in the elite group of your dance, aren't you? Yeah, she probably doesn't want to say that, but she is. So she's a very good dancer, and if you check Kiara on the beach that I did, you'll see her actually dancing there, and that was so amazing because it was to no music at all. That was just basically in her head, and it was just beautiful. And I will do another video like that one day with her as well, where she's dancing. We were going to do that the other day, but we ran out of time when we were in the forest, and we just ended up doing a forest shoot together. But stay tuned too, because like I said, you will start to see how we go in the studio today, because it's been a while since I've done a studio shoot. So I want to do some high key work with white backgrounds, and I'm also going to do some really good close-up face and head type things with really beautiful lighting. You know, wraparound lighting and things like that. So we're going to have a look at that too in the coming weeks as I start to post these as well. Ray said, nice sweater, and David is not pink. Look, have you noticed? It's the Liverpool Football Club. They got into the European Champions League final for the first time in years. So this is Liverpool. Never walk alone since 1892. So this is the Liverpool Football Club t-shirt I'm wearing. And I do look much more attractive than Kiara, by the way, as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Any more questions, guys, before we head off? That's because I've had a shave today. I just shaved my head this morning. Now, like I said, please watch tomorrow morning, because I will have the live news and rumours tomorrow for you all. And obviously, if you want to stay tuned, I will have more of those shoots up with Kiara as well. Little boy said it's salmon. What is this colour? Is it pink or red?
That's orange.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is meant to be the Liverpool red, but I think it's probably salmon.
Salmon.
They always stir me because I wear all these really colourful t-shirts all the time. So that's why they're actually saying that. Daniel said, hello, David. Is there anything that you miss in the Sony cameras that the digital SLR do have? Or are you 100% No, I am. Look, initially when I changed from Nikon to Sony, sometimes I did miss the actual focus, because definitely the focus when I went over to the A7 was not as good as what the D810 was. So there was a difference in that aspect, but now, no, there's no difference at all now. In fact, I now would not want to go back to digital SLRs. Mirrorless now, I believe, is far superior. If you're talking about focus, the EVF, the stabilisation in the camera, that I would now not look back. And I think the latest Sony cameras particularly have moved now well ahead of what digital SLRs are giving you. Robbie said, hi David and Kiara, big fan of you both. Love it when Kiara goofs around. Well, you don't see half of it. She's doing it all the time. But I love that because it means she's comfortable. Jeffrey said, hi there. So hi Jeffrey, good to see you in here.
That's my dad's name.
Is it? Oh, that's Kiara's dad's name. So if that's about all, guys, well, we're going to log off because we obviously have to do some work, and I've got to stop Kiara eating because I'm going to run out of the pantry. There's not going to be anything left. All right, everyone. So stay tuned for the shoots that are going to be put on shortly. I hope you sort of got a little bit out of this. I know it was a bit of fun, but I just wanted to sort of show you how I sometimes sit down with the girls and they can choose the photos that they like. He wants a chip. And basically, it's just good for you to meet Kiara because you have been seeing so much of her lately. So I thought, you know, it'd be great that you can have a chat with her as well. Michael said, I have to tell you the forest shoot is what sold me on the a7 III. The video is wonderful. Yeah, I know. I love that video and it's done so well. It's had so many hits and it really is great when you think that was basically almost straight out of camera. So, and Christopher said, Team Mirrorless, great work. All right, guys, that's all for now. So thanks. Don't forget to subscribe to Kiara on Instagram. So don't forget, and we'll see you all soon in the next video. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. So catch you guys. Bye for now.